Hey guys, and welcome back to Mower Repair. This time we're working on a John Deere. Remember, nothing runs like a deer, but nothing stinks like a John. This is the JS60 model, and it's pretty clean, but it's had a lot of use. You can tell by the tires. This is not my mower for a change. I did not pick this up alongside the road. This belongs to my neighbor, and she said it was a hard starting son of a gun. So we're going to take a look at it and see if we can get it going for her. Here we go. Now, first reason it might not start, we need to check and see if she got any gas in it. And she does. Don't smell too terrible. Well, let's give her a prime and give her a pull and see if she goes. And we'll give her a tug and see what happens. Now, she got this out this spring and it would not start. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to check the carb. We'll pull the bowl off it, but we'll check the air filter and then dig in from there. See what we got for an air filter. Ooh, she's clean. She's nice. Looks like the heebie-cheepie one off Amazon, but looks like it was working as well. So really can't complain too much about that. Carburetor is dry inside. Yeah, we're not really humping and pumping anything when I'm pumping that. Let's pull this off here so we can get on down to the carb and see what we got going on. Well, for sure, nobody's been in here in a while. She's got some dirt built up on her. Tell you what, I'm going to get the blow gun and kind of blow that off a little bit before we get any deeper into this sweetheart. It's a pretty tough line. I'm not sure that's working too good. Let's pull the bowl off. I think it's a 13 under there. Well, my ratchet's getting wet. There must have been some fuel in there. You can see there's some junk in there. We'll keep digging. It smells pretty bad. Let me get something to stick under there and pop that bowl off. By something, I mean a screwdriver. See if we can get under here and just grab the edge of the bowl. Like that. Yeah, we're not too bad. See if we got any water in it. Yeah, don't seem like to have much water, but there is some junk in there. So I think probably the best thing to do to make sure we got our bases covered is just pop this carburetor off here, throw it in the Vibratron, and give it a good cleaning. Yep, I think that's a good plan. That's all. We'll get I think it's a 10. Pull those carb screws out and get this sweetheart off here. I think we'll probably time ahead to go ahead and pull this top cover off too, because we got to get down to the linkage. Once we get that off, we get to the linkage real good. It's only a couple of screws, so not too big a deal. Not sure we have our fuel shut off real good either. That might have done it. And this is very similar to a lot of stuff we work on. There isn't much here. I don't know why it's been up so far. This thing's designed to run full throttle all the time, so ain't much reason to mess with any of that. Yeah, we can just take this loose here and not have to mess with much of the linkage. Now, this is probably one of the carbs that doesn't have much adjustment to it, so it's either going to run or it's not when we're done. Yeah, look at the, once again, if we can get this thing to actually focus. Look at the junk right around there. Yep, she got some crusties built up. Let's give her a ride in the Vibratron. All right, we're going to very carefully try to cut this gasket off here. I'd really like to save it. If I can't save it, there is a lawnmower shop not too far from here. They'll probably have one. But they charged me $4 for that, I bet. There, one gasket saved. Let's go ahead and pull out our float pin. She's kind of a stuck son of a gun. By gosh, she is. Let's see if we can do this without actually damaging it too bad. We'll grab our ratchet / hammer here. Give it a tappy tap tap. There we go. Get a pair of pliers and give that a little yank, and I think we'll be good. Whew. She's tight. I'll refrain from the tight jokes right now. Yeah, our needle is stuck in there. Isn't that odd? I guess really it's not that odd. See if we can get something under there and pop him up without breaking our float clear off. Well, so we can just love that float up off there. No, boy, I don't like it. Let me get, I thought I'd done, oh, here we go. All right, we got all kinds of screwdrivers laying around here. I'm gonna see if I can just push that up a bit. There, the needle's starting to come out. She's a stuck son of a gun. There we go. See what we got. She was just stuck like Chuck. Yep. Well, as you can see, that's it for the adjustments on this sweetheart. Start the Vibratron, give it a ride, and then we'll stick her back together and see what we get. There we go. We ready? Watch the poo start coming off that carburetor. Like right now. We'll check back on it. Well, we gave it a ride in the Vibratron, and she's certainly cleaner. I'm going to blow this out. I rinsed this off with hot water. Now there's a piece of rubber down in there. You do not want to blow that out, because if you do, she be gone. If I let a carb set for any time after I clean it, I always put a little bit of penetrating oil or some kind of lubricant down through all the passages just to keep everything from growing back. And sometimes they will grow back. All right, here we go. We're going to spray down through that one. She blows through pretty good. See if we blow in this one, does it come out somewhere? Yep, it's coming out in there, so that's good enough for me. You see when we started blowing there, we got a little bit of junk out of there. More brown liquid than hard junk, but still good to make sure it's all out of there. You also want to make sure you don't squirt this stuff in your eye, because it hurts. Let's check our main jet real quick. Put it down here. We should see stuff squirting out both sides. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. She is blowing like you wouldn't believe. So I'm going to call that pretty clean. Oh yeah, that's spraying right through. Oh yeah, that's pretty darn good. Okay, let's put our float back in. Your float needle. Our seat still has the rubber down in it. And I can blow through it just fine. Ugh, it tastes like carb cleaner. Carb cleaner is not a very good taste. Put our needle on our float. Notice there's no adjustments here. Once again, I contend that if these things don't run right, that's how they want them. I'd love to have a stash of old carburetors where I can put them on here and actually adjust stuff and make it run more efficiently. And I bet it'd be cleaner and better for the environment as well. Put our bowl back in place. Now we're ready for this crush washer that I don't know where it is. Going to need to locate that. Oh, found it. There it is. It's up on the deck. Slide that on there. I don't know why some of these use fiber ones and some of them use metal ones, but I'll just put back what come off. Now, fellas, this does not have to be super de-duper tight. You do not want to over-torque this. It just holds the bowl on and seals up, and you're putting all your pressure on that little fiber washer right there. And I am certain that's good enough. Now, there is no other adjustment, like I said, so let's put it back on and see if she runs. Who knows? Might get lucky. Slide that back in there like that, run your carb around, put it up over there. Easy peasy lemon squeezy so far. Grab our 10mm socket and extension. Drop the bolt at least once. Really, probably more times than that. All right. I'll get my hand in your way for just a second. There we go. That one's started. Let's get the hard one there. See, got to drop it at least once. Pretty sure these aren't really 10s. They're something else. Probably something very American. I'm going to grab a ratchet to tighten those up with. The non-powered type ratchet, powered by me only. Click. Click. Well, let's put the fuel to it. I drained the tank because the gas just smelled really old in that carburetor. And I figure, what's it going to hurt? Most of a quart of gas. Probably ain't going to hurt much. All right, let's fuel it up and then start it up. That's about a half a tank. That ought to do it. Don't see any leaks on our carburetor yet. Now we have to put our plate back on here in order to get the pumper to work. So let's put the plate on and see if the pumper pumps. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to give this just a quick blow off to get the junk out of the corners. These are our screws that we need to go through here. We'll start those through, make sure the gasket's on those. Hold that one sideways a touch. There we go. And we're going to come up here, we're upside down first of all. We're going to come up here and we're going to get our crankcase breather vent started. It just slides right in here like that. And then we'll start these screws. Now these are 8s instead of 10s. That's a 7 though. That's just never going to work. Let's grab the actual 7. This one's incredibly crooked, so we'll back it off and straighten him up. Make sure he gets his threads caught. He does. Got those 10. We got one more that goes up there. Let me find that one. Not too big a mystery where it went. Found it. And let me grab just a touch different tool here. And we'll tighten these up. Okay, let's give her some pumps. I don't see much happening in there, but maybe it is. You know, you never know. I'm going to give her a couple of tugs and she'll fire up. But first, I want to make sure I don't have anything underneath it that's going to get sucked under there and come rocking and out of there. Nope. We're good there. Here we go. Need to set her top back in place. We'll put the screws in it later, but I got to get it on there for the rope to fit right. I'm not sure the pumper thing's pumping. I'm starting to see a little bit of moisture in the carb there. Apparently not enough. Let's give it just a little bit of a drink here. All right, well that started and ran, but we need to make sure it starts cold, because that's going to be vitally important. Also, it's running too slow. We're going to bend this arm back here a little bit and make sure she's running just a little bit faster. Let's see if she'll restart just warm. Nothing too wrong with that. We'll have to see if the primer works. It may be too old and stiff, and I don't know if I got one around here that size or not. But I'll check and see, because just that thing is stiff. Alrighty, she runs. Well, the old JS60 runs again. I did let it cool down and try it again, and the primer does work. I have a primer that size, but that one's not very anxious to come out, and it does still work. So if it ain't broke, don't really want to fix it. Anyway, this belongs to my neighbor. She's a wonderful lady, and I just wanted to get her mower running. She said it wouldn't start this spring, and you can see why. The needle was stuck in there, and the gas was pretty nasty. So we got it going for her. Anyway, we're $0 into this thing, so that's pretty much it. Hey, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and like the video if you did like it. If you didn't like it, hit the don't like. Let me know. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. I learn a lot in the comments. I learn a lot about the stuff I do, and I learn a lot about people too in the comments. So leave me a comment. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. God bless.